What do you say we keep it going as we chat here? Still have to do a fair bit more work. All right. Good evening, Tan and Coder. Took a year or two for all the cement for my braces to wear off my molars. Really? Yeah, mine is, it'll be here for a while. Yeah, there you go, Skog. Yeah, Gappy, get on it, man. Gappy does stream, I think. Time to see what happens here, by the way. Where we left off last night, me and Deadman were on the beach.
Lou.
And my man Lou is back. There you are. Oh, Lord. All right, well, we're starting off strong. $16 months for what, El Chap? Your subs? He named him Lou a while back, but I like Cletus better.
How's little Lou doing?
No response.
Well, look at that. The child's taking a shine to me. You two were out cold, so I had you brought here.
I wonder if this is actually him or if this is like his
You were right.
hologram.
Whatever you did back there returned us to our own world. I put your cargo and gear in your private box. You slept for a whole day, you know. Slept like the dead. I'm already back in Capital Knot. Fragile's beach has been coming in handy. Sam, I owe you an apology. Lou was the name you were going to give your own baby if he'd had made it. I should have pieced it together sooner.
Don't know what you're talking about.
What?
I found some records from 10 years ago.
What's up, Uncle Bill?
A death, sudden, in the middle of a town. Young woman in the prime of her life. Nobody knew until it was too late. Avoid her.
What?
Her husband, who was a member of Bridges, had dooms. He tried, but he couldn't get to her in time. The whole town was wiped off the map, leaving nothing but a big crater and him. Because he was a repatriate. People wanted answers. Did the man hide his wife's body on purpose? The only survivor was the only suspect. He was easy to blame, and people did. And pretty soon, they were blaming Bridges too. The man felt responsible, so he left. And his wife, who died, her name was Lucy. She'd been pregnant, poor woman. They were going to name their son Lou.
Didn't happen.
Yeah, El Chap.
But it did. President Strand told me. She talked about you all the time. He didn't have to cut all ties and walk away, she said.
You wanna shut the fuck up?
Whoa.
Calm down, Sam. Take a seat. I told you before about my body. 70% harvested from cadavers. Do you want to know the real reason why? Because the story you've heard is one I made up. The truth is, I'm Frankenstein's monster. Artificial. Grown from
Maybe, Chico.
stem cells. And when that vital spark didn't manifest in all my organs, they replaced the defective ones with those of the dead. I never had a birthday. I'm a soulless meat puppet. No ka, a dead man. People born the traditional way have beaches. You have one. BB too. But I have no such connections. No mother. No afterlife. No beach. You see now why I'm so obsessed with it all? Why I joined Bridges? The battlefield. Now that was an awful beach.
This is trippy, man.
But strangely, I didn't hate it. Because I knew you were coming for me. I've never felt that before. Connected to someone, anyone. You didn't have to cut all ties and walk away. The president was right about that much.
Wasn't anything to walk away from. It's not like I was ever welcome there.
Come on, even I was welcome. Oh, that. You were holding it. It's an old dog tag, US issue. Wasn't easy prying it out of your hand. Clifford Unger, as you can see. I looked him up in our database. Found a match. He was US Army Special Forces. Fought in Kosovo, Iraq, Afghanistan.
Holy crap.
Well, that's all I've managed to dig up so far. You must be caked in chiral matter from the battlefield.
Perhaps a shower.
For a shower, I'd say.
Don't get in there with me, man.
I won't be joining you this time. The Die Hardman issue is no longer a concern. I've seen to it that our conversations won't be recorded.
Holy crap. I wasn't expecting us to have that happen as the start of this whole thing. So, hello, Elemental. Hello, Wired. Anybody else who just popped in here while I was watching that Baker? Hello. Wow. That was trippy. So, here we go. We're going to go shower. I still don't quite understand it. Like, I don't know if Sam is in denial about his past.
Time here stopped while you two were on that battlefield. If my thinking is correct, the dimension to which you traveled is a kind of
soulless meat puppet.
To explain a little, our bodies, our ha, all occupy the same world.
Morning, Bonnie.
Our souls, our ka, have beaches all their own. These beaches are given form inside our brains by our beliefs, religion, philosophy, and so forth. As a result, a beach can be anything, and those anythings form a multiverse. However, if many people die at once, their beaches can become entangled, creating a strand field. This phenomenon is exacerbated in wartime by omnipresent feelings of resentment and despair. Beaches are more easily and frequently entangled. On such a beach, exits vanish and experiences cycle endlessly. Picture it like a record player. The needle skips, playing the same phrase.
I sit down in the shower all the time, Chico. I love it.
It has no beginning or end. Round and round it goes. Now, the battlefield you visited was in Eastern Europe in World War II. Which is strange, given that the man you encountered, Clifford Unger, played no part in that conflict. I can't explain it, but if you can connect me to the chiral network, who knows what we might discover.
I honestly have no idea what happens, Cappy. Yo, this like...
Still there, Sam? If so, I have a request. When you're ready, head upstairs to the delivery terminal.
I think it's times that he's been touched by BTs, Chico. Like he's got like marks and stuff from that. I think that's part of why he's afraid of being touched and why he doesn't like it. So that's my understanding of what it is. By the way, if you're watching this and you have no idea what's going on, don't worry. It's a very cryptic game. Hello, Wolfer. Put on our glasses. Hey, seriously, sitting in the shower, totally underrated. I love sitting in the shower. I do it when I'm sick. I do it when I'm tired. Sometimes in the middle of the night, if I can't sleep, I'll get up and I'll take a shower and just sit there for a little while, let the warm water hit me, and then I go to bed. Kind of a waste of water, but it's really wonderful. Just feeling the water like falling on you, just thinking. I do a lot of thinking in the shower. I do a lot of lesson planning in the shower too. People that have finished the game still have no clue what's going on. Yeah, that's I don't know. I mean, it's a game, I guess, that makes you think, which I can appreciate. You've never sat in the shower, Bonnie? You've got to try it. What class will I be giving? So I am starting next week, Kyfra. I'm teaching a treatment models class, a graduate level treatment models class. And I will actually be doing lesson plan nights on Wednesdays starting the 15th. So that's where I will be sharing with all of you what I'll be lecturing about, but in layman's terms. So basically, so you as non-psychologists can understand it, and then I go and I teach it to therapists. So from now, so starting the 15th, if you guys hang out on Wednesday evenings, you'll be learning something. And students pay a shitload of money for that course, and I'm bringing it to you for free. You get value here too. Which I'm fine with. Wish I could take my class. Well, Kyfer, you sort of will be able to if you come on Wednesdays. It'll be awesome. Yeah, we're just auditing. You guys are just auditing. I call them lesson plan nights. Well, I appreciate you saying that, D. Oh boy, here we go.
Can I help you?
That's totally fine, Kyfer. Totally fine.
John, is that you? What are you doing here? My wife's checked in.
I'm fine with that, Chico.
They don't want a repeat of last year.
Ooh, is that Die Hardman?
I'm so sorry. I didn't know you were coming.
That sounded like Die Hardman. Wait a second.
Beginning scan. Scanning bridges ID. Verifying
Stuff's
ID.
getting a little crazy here.
Weapons will remain locked until departure.
That's fine, Wolfer. That's what I'm there for, is to teach, and if you guys have questions, I'll answer them. It's what we're doing.
The west side of
But just so you guys know, since we're talking about it, so the class is a treatment models class. It's a 12-week class. I teach, I think, 10 treatment models in the class. So the first week of class is just syllabus day and giving some background, but then I start with solution-focused therapy and then work my way all the way down to psychodynamic therapy. So it's different types of systemic theories about how like systems, families, couples, etc. function, and different perspectives on how problems develop, how solutions develop, how people move through their problems, how to intervene, all these sorts of things. So that's what the class is focused on, and how I will be teaching it to the grad students from like a clinical perspective, but then I will be teaching it to all of you from a like consumer perspective so that you can think about it in your own lives. Yeah, you don't have to take any tests. You don't have to write any papers. It's pretty cool. See you, Gappy. Yeah, couples are wrapped into that.
That region is covered by a massive tar belt. Beyond it is Edgenut City, the last bastion of civilization.
Ooh, we going to California, baby.
It's your final destination.
Oh, damn.
Once you use the Cupid to connect it, the chiral network will span the entire continent. The rebirth of America is so close. And remember, that's where Amelie is being held captive.
And then shit's probably going to get crazy.
Bring her home safely.
Westward ho, indeed. We're going to pioneer this
But
shit.
before you cross the tar belt, there's one more knot we need you to tie. Hartman will help you get it done.
All right. What up, Hartman?
I'd like for you to bring me a few things. First, the dog tags you took from that soldier. Tuck them away in a pocket so you don't misplace them. Second, Mama's corpse. Her body shows no signs of necrosis, and I, for one, would like very much to know.
So, Zeph,
why.
they have to write weekly papers for me. Oh, well, I shouldn't say that. They write a paper at the beginning of the quarter. They write a paper at the end of the quarter, and then they can write intermittent weekly papers, but those are optional. They have to take weekly quizzes. They have a weekly in-class application they have to do, and then there's a final exam in the class. So my class is actually a lot of work. It's one of the harder classes they take, one of the most like content-packed classes that they take in their time, and I take it very seriously because it's really important stuff. It's kind of funny because I show up and I look like this, and then the class is like intense, but I believe it should be.
Closer study may yield information that could prove instrumental in helping us to overcome the Death Stranding.
But one of the things is that I think for those of you who don't know this, when I was doing the lecture prep nights last year, one of the things that I do in my classes is that they don't do readings until after class. So I have the formats that I use for my classes are always where I lecture first and have the interactive class, examples, all these things. I present the material first, and then students go and read, because I believe that they need to have a template through which they understand the content before they're going to understand the readings. A lot of traditional university classes have you read first and then come to class, and then class is just a rehash of what you read. And I think reading should be a addition to what the baseline that is established by the professor. So if I can't share the information and teach it in a way that's understandable, I don't think it's possible. I think it's ridiculous for me to assign readings, because then there's a good chance that the students are not going to understand what they're reading if I can't even synthesize that information and teach it. So that's why I do it that way. So the quizzes are a synthesis of the lecture and the readings. And then they go into the next class and do the application, having listened to my lecture, done the reading, written the optional paper, which is of the same format as what their in-class application will be. So they're ready, so that basically what I'm trying to teach them is how to take the model and actually apply it in real time when they're doing therapy. And the only way that you can really do that is to create that environment. So hello, nobody. Good to see you. Holy hell, that sounds hard, but hey, I want to learn more stuff like this. I think it would help me out personally and professionally. Well, you're in the right place, Zeph.
I don't have much time. See to your preparations. I'll be waiting. You'll find an official order.
I get a lot of positive feedback about doing it that way. Because then the students always say that they actually understand the readings better. Recovery of winter clothes. Corpse delivery to Hartman's lab. All right, well, we're going to go get the clothes, and then we'll do the corpse delivery. What's up, Squints a lot? How are you this evening? I'll be teaching a graduate level psychopharmacology class for the first time ever next year. It will be a good experience, but I have to build from zero. Oh my God. Kyfra, psychopharmacology was, I had to take a psychopharm class when I was in my master's program, and oh my God. I'm sure you can, but if you can teach that class effectively, it is huge. Because that is important stuff, but difficult stuff. All-terrain skeleton. What will equip? Power gloves. Put them on. Power skeleton. Carry. Blood bag. Carry. That's good, I think. Okay. Hear my radio while I tidy up my office. Cool. Happy to be it, Squints. Good to have you in here tonight. I'll be teaching it to therapists, so I want to keep it clinical and simple, which is a challenge. It certainly can be, Kyfra. Making that applicable is difficult, and building a course from the ground up is also really difficult. If you want, Kyfra, to the extent that I can, I'd be happy to assist in like prep or ideas if you ever want to bounce any off of me.
Have a pleasant journey.
Feeling a little overwhelmed tonight and restless. Spent about an hour crying. It's okay to be overwhelmed, Zeph. I know it's probably not fun to feel that way, but I'm glad you're here. I hope being here and feeling the support and presence of the community is helpful in some way. Tree Hugger, what's up, my dude? How are you this evening? Sure thing, Kyfra. So my dissertation was about how to facilitate meaningful learning experiences for students. So I was really focused on family therapy education in my doctoral program and in my research, and did that until I quit being in academia. So now that I'm no longer in academia, I just use all that stuff for my own classes, and I don't really get a chance to share it very often. So I'm happy to assist people when I can. I have a feeling this is a really dumb way to go. I looked up general non-spoilerly chapter outline, and it looks like the Hartman errand is the last big delivery part before the end game. Yeah, I could see that. It kind of seems to be hinting that way. I'm glad you told me that, Skog, so that I can kind of do some of the delivery stuff and tie up some loose ends before I get rolling with that. I'm gonna go get these winter clothes. By the way, to anybody who's popped in here in the last maybe like 20 minutes or so, good to have you here. Appreciate you being here and hanging out.
Walked up worse.
Hartman is annoying, but I hope he's not bad. Hartman is a little bit annoying. I will say that I don't really care for him that much. And I'm looking forward to what's left in the game, as you all know. I adore this game. I will be very sad when it's over, because I have enjoyed it immensely. What did I teach? Oh, Nighthawks. No, thank you for asking me again. I saw that and then I went over it. What did I teach last year? So last year I taught the models class that I'm going to be teaching this year again, although I have some updates to it this year. And I also taught a graduate level human development class, which covers development as a concept as opposed to being like lifespan development, because I think lifespan development is only kind of helpful. I also facilitated the capstone project for the master's students, and I was supposed to teach an introduction to marriage and family therapy class to undergraduate students, but that class ended up not working out. I had to pull out of it last second for reasons I won't go into, because I'll spare you. You could always load up a save and deliver pizza on a random day if you miss it in the future. That is true, Skog. I did enjoy delivering it to pizzas. Although I delivered pizzas to that guy who never comes to the door. I love teaching, Chico. Teaching is one of my favorite things to do. My wife and I often say that I need to make sure that I'm always teaching at some point, no matter what I'm doing in my career, because I get a ton of energy from it. I love doing it. I put a whole lot of effort into my classes and making sure that they're meaningful to students. Like a lot of effort. I believe education is something that should be meaningful, where, especially for something like therapy, I believe that students should be learning stuff that is actually going to help them and their clients. I love the creativity that goes into teaching. So I don't videotape my lectures or anything, because each year I want to make sure that I'm updating it and keeping it fresh. So I use different examples every year, different video clips, different activities, different exercises, all in the spirit of trying to make sure that things are fresh and always relevant. And I get a lot of joy out of doing that. I mean, it could certainly be anxiety provoking. I'm with you on that, Kyfra. I mean, there's a level, especially in the graduate level, there's a level of expectation that graduate students have that I do not experience in undergrad classes. I love teaching undergrads because undergrads are like ready to go. They're excited. They want to learn about stuff, especially if you can make a class exciting and relevant to them. Undergrads are a blast to teach. Graduate students are a blast to teach too, but it's kind of a different animal because they have a different level of expectation. And at Northwestern University, they are paying out their asses for their education, so they have an even higher bar for what they expect, which I think is understandable. So I try to make sure that I deliver the goods every week. But that's also, I mean, that's why I do this stream. Like, I see this stream as being, to some extent, a teaching endeavor as well. Like, you guys come in here and you ask questions, and I get a chance to share about things and teach a little bit about mental health to people who maybe wouldn't otherwise have the information. And so that's a big reason why I do this stream as well. So that's why I always say that this is part of my self-care, because it allows me to keep engaging that part of my brain. It's actually kind of odd when I'm teaching a class because I don't have like video games in the background to occupy my brain to some extent. So it's actually kind of interesting to not have that. Also, I don't know if I can make this jump. This is going to be interesting. Okay, we're good. What a random place for this to be. All right. Down we go. You know that feeling when you've played an amazing game and then you realize it's done and you get sad because it's done and there will not be another game like this? Yeah, that's what's likely going to happen to you. Even watching it right now is not as exciting anymore for me because there's been there, done that. Yeah, see? That's what I'm afraid of, Bonnie. I had that experience with Detroit. That's why I'm so sad when everybody's like, yeah, play Detroit again, because like I'm worried that I'm not going to have that same just magical feeling while I'm playing it the way that I did when we played through that the first time, because it was such an incredible experience. That's how I feel about this too. It's like I want to do everything I can do in the game while I'm playing it, out of fear that like once I finish it, I'm not going to want to, it's just going to take the edge off. And I agree about that, Chico. Absolutely. Being passionate about it is really helpful. It's also a great way to keep learning. Like, you learn best when you teach things. It means you really have to understand and know the material if you're going to be able to bring it to other people in ways that they can understand. Like, I love taking complex concepts and trying to simplify them to a point that most people can understand. I think I see that as this challenge, and it's almost like a puzzle, and I love doing it. Last year, working with my alma mater was so stressful due to neglect and poor communication from my supervisors and the guy who hired me. I'm hoping I get an esports project. This is my supervisor's pet. Reports directly to him. I hope so too, D. You got to keep me posted, man. I really hope you do. Your students don't chat. Oh, Skog, but they do. I actually have to plan my lectures in such a way that allows time for conversations and questions and back and forth, because my students get really engaged and they ask a lot of questions and they get interested in the material, and I've got to be ready to anticipate their questions and to be able to answer them as best I can, or to know where to look if I can't answer a question immediately. But I actually, my classes so far over the last 3 years have been incredibly engaging. I was enjoying the first part of your Detroit playthrough earlier today. There's nothing like watching people play that game blind for the first time. Yeah, I agree, Skog. Will we play Wolf Among Us 2? Absolutely, Coder. I loved Wolf Among Us 1, so we will absolutely play the second one when it comes out. I understand when somebody wants to see the end, but my advice definitely is to take your time and enjoy the first time. That's my plan, Bonnie. Who are those guys? Are those mules? Oh, boy. Something feels funky about that. I hope... That is exactly right, Chico. It keeps it fresh, man. It's nice. That is common, D. Unfortunately, physical manifestations of psychological stress is common. Hey, Sam. I'm just going to walk past those guys. What's up now? I give up. I hope you're doing well, too. To all of you who are here, I hope you're doing as well as you can be. I don't hear any battle music either, so I'm just gonna... It looks like they kind of disappeared, so I don't know if those guys were real or what. That was weird. Am I just seeing things? I hope I'm going in the right direction. Of course I'm not. A mirage. Perhaps it was. Hard to say. I love these things. These are awesome. Repair all my stuff. Foreshadowing. I wonder of what. Jay just asked me if I want him to stay home with me tomorrow. Going to a funeral tomorrow, and I know I lost the last time I went to one. I lost the last time I went to one and just broke down. Feeling a lot of tension in my neck and shoulder if it's creeping down my arm. At one point this afternoon, it even bothered me so much to turn my head. A lot of reason why I was crying today. That's hard, Zeph. I mean, what do you know? Do you have a sense of what your answer is going to be for him? Oh yeah, Bonnie. Wolf Among Us 2 is coming out. They confirmed it. It's pretty exciting. I'm super pumped. We will definitely play that. That game's great for talking through the decisions and stuff like with Detroit. I wish more publishers would make games like that. Oh no, Sam. Hold on. Slow down, buddy. All right. I wish David Cage would make another game. Like, I'd be down for that. I'm so sad that I played Heavy Rain already because I would have loved to play Heavy Rain on this. I tried Beyond Two Souls. That didn't work too well.
Clear. Weapons detected.
I was just kind of mad about that. I didn't like the order of the story.
Contaminating sewage. All clear. Welcome, Sam Porter Bridges.
I have not played the Walking Dead games, no. That got thrown out there when I was playing Wolf Among Us. People were like, oh, you should play that. And very on rails. Interesting. It seemed like Wolf Among Us could really branch. So my teeth hurt. Cleaning today was super intense.
We wouldn't ask if
Old school Zelda. Like I said, I'll play some Star Fox 64 on my birthday, Chico.
I mean, honestly, you'd be hard pressed to call this anything less than perfect.
Oh, okay, good, Zeph. When is that? February 9th, Chico. Is my birthday. It's my 30th birthday, so we're all gonna celebrate my 30th birthday together. Will you guys come to my birthday party? I've played Life is Strange. That's the bummer part about that, Wolfer, is I've already played through that.
We're going to get through this because
February birthdays represent.
Thank you, Sam.
There's a couple of games to keep us occupied until Hellblade 2.
New order available. Please access delivery terminal for further.
Yeah, Hellblade 2 is another one we're gonna play. Okay, Hartman's lab. Ooh, we're gonna go to his penthouse. We're gonna take a bath when we get there in the jacuzzi. Life is Strange 2. I have not. Is that out yet, Llama? Oh God, Mama's corpse. Here we go. It's out? Okay, then I haven't played it. What's up, Sakba Nova?
All right, Sam. Take care of her.
Will do.
Don't worry. She won't go necro. Malingan special.
Body carrying time.
These Ha of ours ended up being the key to saving us all.
Didn't, oh yeah, weren't we talking about that a while back about how Life is Strange 2 is not even connected to Life is Strange 1? I know why it's weird for me when I see her. I know somebody who kind of looks like the woman who plays the actress that does, or the woman who plays Mama. Just chilling? Well, I'm glad you're here, Nova. All right, here we go. Delivering the corpse.
Have a pleasant journey.
Wonder if I should be wearing the power suit instead of the all-terrain suit. All right. It is kind of cool, like the physics in this game. They really did make it feel like you're carrying a body on your back. All right, so we got to go there. Away we go to Hartman's lab and the jacuzzi. Imagine having to chill with your sister's body until some dude comes to pick her up for research purposes. Yeah. Right? Feel a little eerie, Bonnie. I'm going to go out on a limb and just say I don't think he gets paid enough for these dead body deliveries. Oh, Jesus. Oh, we got some music. A little more hip-hoppy. Infinite song. Can't help but break my leg for this. That is the worst possible position to transport a corpse in. I agree, Infinite. I agree. By the way, glad you broke chat, or glad you broke lurk just so I could say hello. It's good to have you in here, Infinite. Does anyone get paid enough for dead body deliveries? No, I'm not even wearing the right color. Technically, I'm supposed to wear an orange jumpsuit when I deliver dead bodies. Does it give the name of the track? I did not see it, no. This is actually going to be pretty intense carrying her up this. Because this lake is in a really awkward spot. So I'm going to see if I can maybe take more of a direct line this way as opposed to going up through that way. Oh man, this is gonna be, delivering bodies is a pain in the ass, man. Let me just tell you. The track I'm sure is in the soundtrack, yeah. Ask for a raise. Yeah, you'd think that. I don't really know how else I would carry it though. It's just so creepy. Like the body bag like that. I will say, when I was playing video games as a kid, playing like Mario and stuff and Sonic, if you'd have told me when I was 30 years old playing video games, I'd be playing a game where I'm carrying a corpse in a body bag through a mountain as a postman, not sure I would have believed you. Little Mario 64. Yeah, firemen carry it. Yeah, there we go, right? Like, and of course we have to go through freaking BT territory. I wonder if I could, you think I could drive this motorcycle with her on my back? I certainly didn't, but I'm glad it's out. I'm a firewoman. We do not carry like that. Let's see. Can I drive it? Yes. All right. There we go. Video games have come a long way. Quite remarkable, some of the stories that people are able to tell through this medium, which is why I love them so much. This is ridiculous. All right, going the right way. Oh boy. So if I go down this way, oh boy. Wish me luck. Prepare the Fs. Oh, come on. Come on. Come on, motorcycle. You can do it. Oh boy. I don't remember what game it was that I played, but for the first chapter, some odd 20 minutes, I had to slow carry a corpse in my arms through a burning town, through a forest, and into a lake. I would love to know what game it was. Uh-oh. We're in trouble. This is not good. I'm gonna be ballsy here. Here we go. Come on, baby. Nope. Oh boy. All right, we're gonna hop out here, and then we're gonna climb over here, and we're gonna hope that I can find a path. I feel like I'm making this way more complicated than it needs to be. Or can I go up that other way? All right, we're going to try that other way because I don't see anything here. This is bad, man. Wait, rope. Holy shit. Guys, I didn't even see that rope. Okay, that couldn't have been any more clutch. Trying to get on the bike and then all of a sudden there's a rope. Somebody ordered 200 pounds of pure upper body strength. I wonder if you can play Mario Party like Jackbox with multiple players online. Not the one on Switch, unfortunately. The one on Switch is really shitty. That was clutch. Boom. You know, technically it's not like you were carrying glass. You should be able to just roll her ass down the mountain. Is that what you would do, goof off? Here we go. Now we're at Hartman's penthouse. Holy crap, that rope was so clutch. Carried her alive, now we're carrying her dead. Yep. Just like we carried my own mother. A metaphor for transferred attachment, perhaps? I doubt it. I doubt Hideo Kojima was thinking about that when he created this game. Oh boy.
All clear. Welcome.
Is there a pathway for me to go down here?
Weapons restriction.
Yeah, there we go.
Beginning scan. Scanning bridges ID.
Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
Weapons detected. All weapons will be locked until departure. All clear.
There we go.
Sam Porter Bridges.
No! Sam. Wow. Okay. Well. I'm glad, D. That's awesome to hear. Glad to know that the knowledge that I share helps people. That's why I do this. All right, here we go. Let's see what Hartman has to say about this. This nice-ass house in the middle of the mountains. You guys ready to get rid of Mama? You ready to turn her in? There was a crematory or whatever they call those up in the mountains. I wonder if he's gonna make me take her there to cremate her.
Delivery complete. Displaying performance evaluation.
Ooh, I actually did damage to her body. That sucks. Still got an S rating though. I'll take it.
Request to join UCA. Registered. Awaiting Cupid connection.
Apparently not, Infinite. Not when you're dealing with me carrying her. That'd be a long-ass walk, goof off, if I would have had to do that. Whoa, have I floated like this before when doing the chiral network thing? I agree, Goofa. It would have been massive pain in the ass. He does every time. Wow. Clearly, I've been paying attention. All right, Hartman's lab. Join the UCA. A little thermal pad. Nice. Oh, I like how the territory is even a heart shape.
Please proceed into the facility with a cadaver. Good work.
Can do. Ooh, some Neanderthal skulls. I like this. Titan, from what I understand, they're usually not because of just how much is going on in the game. And they want to make them as accessible as possible to as many people as possible. If you made them if they had super high fidelity graphically, less people would be able to play them. Until resuscitation? What? Whoa. Yo, I think some creepy stuff's about to go down. What's up, Mansubio? Let's see what happens here. Liking the vaporwave vibe in here.
Hartman.
What?
Administering shock. Stand clear.
And clear. Clear. Hartman. Moving right along. So does he keep like...
Well, you certainly caught me with my pants down.
I should certainly hope not.
Glad you could make it, Sam. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to alarm you, but I am what I am. Ah, please lay her down there.
What a nice house.
Still no sign of them.
You know your heart stops beating.
It stops every 21 minutes.
Scott.
I spend 3 minutes on the beach, and then return.
Oh, wow.
60 deaths and 60 resurrections per day.
Jesus.
60 opportunities to search the beach for my departed family. This is how I live. This is my life. So, while you've traveled to and from the sea an impressive number of times, my beach count is a little higher. 218,549.
How long has he lived for? So clearly he's a grieving guy.
I see myself in that crater. My wife and my child. It's like looking at the shape of my heart. The doctors called it myocardial cordiformia. Mine is an especially unusual case. I have pictures. Care to see Hartman's heart-shaped heart? No, you really should. It doesn't run in the family. You know,
What?
I never came to terms with their loss. In the days that followed, I became obsessed with an idea that the beach is real and they are on it. I would induce cardiac arrest, 3 minutes at a time, and search for them, day after day after day.
Also, you could say goodbye.
Quite the opposite. It is said that everyone's beach is different. So what if everyone's afterlife is different too? I find the thought terrifying, spending eternity alone.
It is a scary
Which
prospect.
is why I decided to find my family and make sure to move on with them.
You mean die with them?
If death would see us reunited, then yes. But the repeated cardiac arrests took their toll on my heart. The muscle gradually deformed.
Hey, you're gonna love this.
And after a while, they started calling me the beach scientist.
Thank you for the follow, pup.
Hartman. I'm glad we could have this conversation. Oh.
I don't like being touched. Get that through your head.
A body that doesn't necrotize. No sign of decomposition. It's as if she were still alive.
She's naked in there. That's
The perfect mummy. An impeccable corpse.
What's wrong?
Where's the other thing you were supposed to bring? Ah, found it. Behold.
Is he blind?
Wait, dead man.
It appears to be an umbilical cord. Human by the looks of it.
No, he's not. Okay.
But this was no ordinary conduit between fetus and placenta. It looks more like a BT's tether. And this was Mama's? Yes. A body that doesn't necrotize and an umbilical cord connected to the beach. These are remarkable discoveries, Sam. Enough to set my sore heart racing.
5 minutes to cardiac arrest.
I apologize if our conversation gets cut short. I must go back to the beach and look for my wife and child.
You guys like how it looks like it's me sitting
One person, one beach. That's the rule. But I'm the exception. My beach is connected to others, as if it were the beneficiary of a coronary bypass. Maybe this twisted heart of mine made it possible. All I know is that I will find them. Even if my every visit raises new questions, I'll have my answers one day.
Look at all those moats.
One
packed
day.
tight and shiny.
3 minutes
You're
to
getting
cardiac
paid
arrest.
today.
there. Thanks for the bit, Sack.
The battlefields. The endless wars you found yourself trapped in. Why do World War era soldiers wander the beach a century after they fell? Normally the souls of the dead move on. The beach is just a corridor, a place through which they pass on the way to the other side. But if regret, resentment, a fervent desire to remain, if these feelings are powerful enough, they may give rise to an altogether different beach, a collective purgatory for an army of the damned.
Hey,
Clifford
you're gonna
Unger.
love this.
Thanks for the follow, Sack.
His misery and hatred, combined with your BB acting as some sort of catalyst, have brought these battlefields to our world.
2 minutes to cardiac
Have a good one, Sack. Thanks for the follow. Look forward to seeing you again.
Please proceed to a safe location.
It's just a theory.
You think Higgs is pulling his strings? Pulling all their strings?
Pulling their strands.
I don't know. But evidence does suggest that Higgs brought them here.
1 minute remaining. Please hold on to something secure.
Oh, before I forget, I have a favor to ask.
Activating lab security measures.
Could you just relax until I come back? Time stops on the beach, but not in the scene. Rest assured, it'll only feel like 3 minutes to you. We'll continue this shortly.
5, 4,
Oh man, let's see what happens.
1.
That is so interesting. So he's trying to navigate the afterlife 3 minutes at a time, or the beach 3 minutes at a time, to try to find his family so that he can then pass to the other side with them. Which is fascinating because that kind of turns grief on its head, right? Like that's the idea that he doesn't really have to cope with loss so long as the hope that he could find them is still alive and that he could go with them. Like that's fascinating stuff. That's the kind of thing that I think a lot of people, when they think about death, wish they could do, that they could find others. But that idea of an eternal life after death, I personally, I agree with him. To me, eternal life sounds horrible. Sounds absolutely torturous. I think having a finite amount of time is what makes things worthwhile. If you just have infinite time, all of a sudden things don't have the level of urgency and choice that they always did because you have all the time in the world to do the things. So he's got his record player. Nice little vaporwave. These are creepy. BT artist impression. Different rocks. Picture of his family. This is a really cool pad. I could see him streaming from this living room, huh? Life is just FOMO. That's not a bad frame, Coder. I mean, it's one of those things, like, we all kind of create meaning out of what happens after we die, as to some extent as a way to cope with the fact that all of us will die. So he's spending his life navigating death so that he can determine where, like, he's basically playing God with himself of like, I'm going to determine when I go to the afterlife. Like, it's almost like a form of suicide almost. Like, once I find my family, then I'm going to go with them to death. I do too, D. It's pretty cool.
Administering shock. Stand clear.
Any luck?
No luck.
Nope.
Visit 218,550. Oh, sorry. Where were we? I may be used to the 21-minute cycle, but for a first-time face-to-face meeting, there's just too much to cover in one go-around.
Can't be easy living like this.
Yes. And no. Now that I'm acclimated to it, it isn't especially, onerous. Defecation, ablution, nutrition. Most of life's basic functions fit rather easily into a 21-minute time slot. Sleep is the tricky one. And intercourse, I suppose. Verbal or physical. Not that someone in my position has to worry much about either. Do you read, Sam? Listen to music. Watch films. You know, I keep busy. I have a collection of music, television shows, some very interesting short films, and stories. Everything consumable within a 21-minute window. All from before the Death Stranding.
You literally just show me porn? Come on, dude. I don't need to see your porn collection.
The 21 minutes I spend here, all downtime, nothing more. Time spent waiting to go back to the search. My body may be present, but my soul is on the beach.
You'd think he'd wear something a little more comfortable for doing all this.
I know that feeling. Lost my family in an accident.
Well, I never expected you to open up to me.
Hey, mother.
As it happens, I've read about your circumstances. I lost my family in an accident, too. I was in the ICU having heart surgery, out of town, in the city. When it was clear that I was going to pull through, my wife took my daughter back
Survivor's guilt
to collect some things for me. And then they were caught in the void outs. The city and the hospital were spared the worst, but the shockwave knocked out the power and my life support. I woke up on the beach.
What the hell? This is cool as hell, man.
The people who died in the 2 void outs were there.
This looks like in God of War when everybody's walking to Valhalla. Or to,
What's going on?
not Valhalla.
I saw my wife and my daughter in the procession. Hey! It's me!
Helheim, yeah, that's what I meant, Goof.
Where are you going? Wait!
Oh, they're bringing him back. Oh, man.
Don't leave without me! No! Don't go! Please, don't go! The ICU's backup generator kicked in, and I was brought back to life by the defibrillator.
Wow.
Exactly 21 minutes after my heart had stopped. And that was the last time I saw my family. It's my damned heart's fault that we were torn apart, but it's also the reason I'll see them again someday. It defines me. I am Hartman. Ever since, I've walked the beaches of others. I follow my family's footsteps for a while, and when I get tired, I return here to continue my research. It's funny though, even when my heart stops, the pain lingers.
'Cause it's emotional, man.
You have any family photographs, Sam? Pity.
5 minutes to cardiac arrest.
You mind telling me what I'm doing here before you go back to the beach?
Oh, of course. There's a prepper-owned station in this area. Our scientists stationed there are researching material from before the Death Stranding.
What kind of material?
The Earth has a long memory. It's trying to tell a story, one that goes back to the very beginning, one that not even the Death Stranding could erase. The scientists are all colleagues of mine from the earlier expedition. I'd like you to bring them onto the chiral network. Amelie proposed we establish our research posts along this belt. Despite a worldwide search, this is the only area known to contain fossils from the late Cretaceous period, when the dinosaurs died out. The assumption being that the last ones lived here, and here alone. You see, Hiding in the earth, then, are memories of a major mass extinction. Clues that could tell us how to survive our predicament. Certainly, that was Amelie's hope as part of the advanced team when she assigned our backup team here. The past informs the present and aids us in building the future. She was careful to impress that upon us before she went west.
3 minutes to cardiac arrest.
Shut up. I'm putting you on mute. Sometime later, we began to observe unusual activity in the tar belts outside Edgenot City. Vast quantities of tar began surfacing, spreading, consuming many of my colleagues, as well as a chiral way station. The whole incident defied explanation.
You think Higgs is to blame?
I don't know, but we needed that way station. It was essential to expanding the chiral network westward. That's why I'm asking you for your help in building a new one. It won't be much given the handful of equipment we've managed to scrape together. Nothing like the knot cities, that's for sure.
Welcome aboard.
But a knot is still a knot. Sam, I want you to use the Cupid to put the scientists on the network. Then go to Amelie.
Hi, Casual Hero. Hi, Casual Heroes peeps. So good to see you. Thank you for the raid, my dude. DrMick, licensed couple and family therapist. It's Game Sessions with a Therapist. For those who don't know me, I stream, play games, talk about mental health, all sorts of fun stuff like that. Welcome in. Casual Hero, valued member of my community. I'm glad to know him. To those who don't know who Casual Hero is, you should go check him out. He's a good dude. So glad to have you here. Slaying Siren, hello. Emma Silver, hello. Anthony, good to see you. Master Farrell, hello. So good to have you guys here. Thank you for the host, Anthony. Caveat, hello. I'm currently playing Death Stranding. If you're not sure what that game is, it's a game made by Hideo Kojima, who did the Metal Gear series. First game he did after stopping doing the Metal Gear series. We're at this really interesting story part, which is talking, to some extent about grief and navigating the afterlife and how people make sense of survivor's guilt. A lot of really cool stuff happening right now. But the game's kind of a walking simulator. It provides a really awesome template for me to be able to talk about whatever is on everybody's mind while having some background fodder. But right now the story is actually moving, so that's why we're watching that. But it's so good to have all of you here. And I hope you hang out, stay a while. This is a cool place to be. How was your stream, Casual? And / how are you? Anybody else? Anybody who just popped in here? Hey, Pitbull. Have you played Hellblade? Yes, I did. And I know that they're making a continuation of it, and I intend to play that when it comes out, Emma. But I had an entire Hellblade playthrough, and I actually need to go through and find that and get that on YouTube so people can see that. Because it was a really awesome playthrough when we did it. Sorry. Okay, hold on a second. Okay. But yeah, I do this stream to bring mental health information and resources to people who might not otherwise have it. So feel free to tag me, ask me whatever you like. I don't do therapy on stream, but I can answer questions about mental health, psychology, all sorts of fun stuff like that. I am familiar with Affluenza Titan, yes. Stream was super hype. I had 6 giveaways and beat some tough bosses in God of War. Good stuff, dude. That game's a lot of fun. I finished that off stream and absolutely loved it. One of my favorite gaming experiences of 2019. It was awesome. It's awesome. 6 giveaways. That's good stuff. If you guys don't follow Casual Hero, he's a really good dude. You should totally check him out. All right. Let's see what's going on. What is it? It's basically, usually the idea of Affluenza Titan is that people who have significant amounts of affluence or wealth can experience some level of like apathy, a lack of drive, etc. I don't know that it's an official psychological concept as so much as it is something that's theoretical, at least in my understanding of it. I mean, like, affluenza was used as like a... Was that used recently as like an excuse for something? Like some lawyer tried to use that. I think it's kind of ridiculous. What's up, Putt Dog? It's not something that's like officially recognized as far as I know. And if it was, I don't know. I mean, I suppose I'd have to respect it, but thank you for the follows, by the way, Slang and Emma. Appreciate it.
Afterwards, we can get back to the important job of researching the deaths.
Yeah, I think it's ridiculous. Oh shit.
Don't worry about him, Sam. The air mat floor absorbs the impact.
Okay, so actually, since you guys are talking about it in chat, okay, so I'm gonna preface this by saying that like I don't really have like a professional opinion on it. I've only through the grapevine heard about what you guys are referring to. However, I will say, not in defense necessarily of the idea of affluenza, but I think the concept as it stands speaks a bit to a level of development that can happen that's relative to certain contexts where the opportunities we have growing up and the things that are conditioned by virtue of the resources we have or don't have can actually lead people to not having a wider understanding of the implications of their actions. Like you could make an argument that if a human being as an animal grows up and is conditioned in such a way that their actions don't have any significant consequences, even if those actions are to the detriment of the people around them, that you have essentially conditioned that person to believe that their actions do not have adverse consequences. So does that make the actions defensible? No. Does it potentially explain why some people do really dumb shit and they seem like they don't have an understanding of what their consequences of their actions could be? Yes. Because what we've learned is relative to our context, our environment, and what we've learned from it. And if you have been in a little tiny bubble with no expanded understanding of the way the world works, it would make sense why a person might try to even do something like use affluenza as an excuse for something like that. Like to live in a world where you could make something up as an excuse for you to get away with a really egregious behavior. So those are my thoughts on it. That's really the extent to which I can comment on it. I cannot look. I play on the intramural basketball team, and I can use it for that. But beyond that, no, I cannot. Welcome, Gecko. Good to see you, man. Hi, Nix. I don't know if I said hello to you earlier. Good to see you. Those are my thoughts on affluenza. Now let's check in on Hartman and see what's going on. It can happen, caveat. Absolutely. That's the thing. It's all what we learn is relative to our environment. Oh, Sam, you didn't turn it over.
Hey, you're gonna love this.
Scottiles? Thank you for the follow. Mikachu, hello. Oh, you talked about your workout. Okay, sorry. Hi, Victoria. Well, if you just popped in here, Victoria, luckily you missed a huge chunk, so I don't think anything's going to be spoiled. Caveat, thank you very much for the follow.
Sam, you heard him. You can grab the order at a delivery terminal.
Okay.
Our ultimate objective in this region is to build a replacement for a way station that was lost to the tar.
Cool. Okay, so for those who don't know what the hell just happened, I'm not going to do too much like spoilers, Victoria, but maybe just go la 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 for a second. Like what was interesting about that exchange with Hartman was just the way that he is experiencing the grief of losing his family and to some extent the survivor's guilt that he has, which is something that a lot of people experience in times of mass tragedy when they survive it. Not only do they have to deal with the grief of having lost loved ones to whatever the tragedy was, they also have these very complex feelings related to the fact that they survived and their loved ones didn't. Some people really struggle with that. They can feel a sense of guilt. They create meaning out of the situation that basically asks a lot of questions, such as why me? What is it about me that allowed me to survive and my loved ones not to? And that can be really distressing for a person. All sorts of stuff. And so in this instance now, Hartman has the ability to actually navigate that space in such a way that he can do something about it, so to say. Which is something that a lot of people who experience survivor's guilt would probably say that they wish that they could do. So it's really fascinating that that concept is showing up concretely in this game. I think that's really cool. Hello, Lemon. Hello, Ella. Good to see both of you. And I'm doing very well, Mikachu. How are you doing?
The first step is to put a shelter with our scientists on the chiral network. Now, we don't know the first thing about Emily's status or what Higgs is up to. Now, that's a concern for us as much as...
Hey, can you tell me who this Clifford guy is?
Until we get to Edge Knot City. And that means connecting this region first.
When apologizing, I often feel the desire to explain why I did what I did. Not to excuse it, but just to explain it.
Good.
But it can be seen as providing an excuse. Do most people feel similarly? Why? I think a lot of people do, Pud Dog. See, the thing is, when apologizing, usually when people are being apologized to, what they're looking for is an acknowledgement of their emotional experience and an acknowledgement of the consequence of whatever the behavior the person's apologizing for is. So when a person provides the rationale for why they did what they did, what that often does is the person who is on the receiving end of the apology will see that as negating the acknowledgement of their emotional experience. I think people are more willing to listen to the reasoning of why something happened the way it did and why a person did what they did when they feel like they've been acknowledged for the consequences of it first. I think we do that in wanting to give the rationale so that we can feel like people understand where we were coming from, and oftentimes it's so that a person can acknowledge that it was not coming from any malintent, but simply because it was what we needed to do, or it was just we felt compelled to do it for whatever the reason was, whether that reasoning is sound or not. But I see that as being like something that can be acknowledged after the apology is first given in such a way that the person who's being apologized to can synthesize that, if that makes any sense. But that's a common experience, and it's something that in therapy with couples a lot of times I really have to make sure that I'm watching for, because apologies are very difficult for people. It's all about acknowledgement of and validation of the emotional experience and the consequences. Lemon, thank you very much for the 11 months. I appreciate it. I'm sorry you're not feeling well, Mikachu. That's not fun. D, I'm trying to limit the amount of links in chat, so I'm not gonna give you a permit for that link, but I do appreciate that you have the clip, and if people want to check it out, they can go to the video section of the stream and they can watch it. It's also probably a clip that I'll end up posting on YouTube.
That way you can finish a delivery and link up the final site in one go. Once all three
I sound blocked up still, Lemon? I was really sick last week. I'm feeling much better, but I could see how maybe my voice still sounds that way. Yeah, no kidding, Monsupio. You are not kidding about that. Okay, so the geologist and the paleontologist. Nakanat, or Nakanate. Thank you very much for the follow. I appreciate it. Welcome in. By the way, I just want to give a quick acknowledgement to anybody who's hanging out here because you were just browsing Death Stranding and you were like, hey, I see this guy playing. I'll check him out. And you're giving me a chance. I just want to say thanks for giving me a chance and welcome in. And if you like this and you like what's happening here, all these amazing people are in my Discord, which is almost 550 people strong at this point, with mental health resources, support channels, vent channels, all sorts of fun stuff. So, God damn it, Gecko. It's a terrible time for the wrong motto. The wrong motto, by the way, is an inside joke. You do matter. I need to limit how often the wrong motto can be used. How was my New Year's? It was good, Anthony. I didn't do much of anything, which was wonderful. Gave me an IRL shout out today, Ella? Where? I appreciate you doing that. take both orders.
A geologist of ours has been studying.
God, can I just say, I really don't like Die Hardman. He annoys the hell out of me.
He's been out there conducting excavations for a while now and has begun to suffer the effects of chiral contamination. No doubt the result of excessive exposure to...
Well, actually, technically, Ella, Casual Hero raided me. So the fact that Gecko was able to use wrong motto after the raid, didn't the rule you put in there make it so that wrong motto couldn't be used after a raid? What's up, Chief?
Until the site is properly decontaminated, his work can't proceed. Nor will his help him.
So, D, I'm going to give you this link permit, but this is the last link permit I'm going to give you tonight. I appreciate you doing the clips, but again, I want to limit these. Yeah, I kind of agree, Squints.
So we need you to bring him some chiralium scrubbing agents.
Oh, I got you, Ella. Okay. By the way, Ella, did I send you the Coconut Man login information? Because if I did, can you send it to me? Because I actually don't remember what my password for Coconut Man is.
Dates from the end of the Cretaceous period.
Oh my god, I don't care about this. I didn't? Oh boy.
For this run, you'll be transporting an
Hey, Matt.
antimatter bomb.
Oh, good.
Paleontologist working on a dig says he needs it. Apparently, the fossils he wants to study are buried deep beneath tar, and the only way he can get to them is by blowing it wide open.
Dude, Casual Hero. Thanks for the tip, dude. This is very kind of you. It's going in the merch fund. I appreciate that, dude. Make it you. Thank you very much for the host. But yeah, I agree. Mod only would be a good idea for the wrong model command, or something that a person can only permit. Hey, Lori. I saw you when you first popped in, but I know I'm sorry you're not in Illinois either. I know that makes it difficult. My license only extends into Illinois.
Make sure you keep that container in one piece.
However, Lori, if you want me to help you find somebody in your area, I can do that if you send me a DM on Discord.
Thermal pad. Indispensable gear for cold weather.
A reduced degree to which snowy...
Especially useful when...
God. Seriously, Die Hardman, every time he talks, I want him to shut up.
Sam, I'm sure you haven't forgotten, but you...
I know. Jesus. You like that? Nice little casual antimatter bomb on my back? Don't worry about it. Oh boy. Here we go. You can make it permanent or a wrong motto if you like. Yeah, I mean, something like that. I just don't like how often it can be used. It's one of those things where it's like it's an inside joke for the stream, but if you were like a newcomer and you see it, you're like, wait, what the hell?
Sam, so Hartman told you all about the lake.
So I saw a header, long walks and mental health. We talking about exercise? No, Chief, we're making long walks in the game and talking about mental health while I walk in the game. It's the paleontologist is the one who needs the bomb.
Lost himself.
Oh boy.
For 21
This is going to be intense.
state of cardiopulmonary arrest.
What's your Discord channel? I'm sure a mod will put it up. Yep, there's the link. Make sure, by the way, if you join the Discord channel, make sure that you go to disclaimers, rules, and FAQs. Read through that and hit the... God, shut up, Die Hardman. Make sure you read that and hit the acknowledgement statement, and then that will give you access to the entire server.
His Doom's abilities seem to have increased.
Oh.
And now he takes every opportunity to walk the beach in search of his family.
Oh no, it's all good, D. I just like to keep them to a minimum, that's all. So I appreciate you doing the clips and stuff and that you're posting them, but I just don't want to clog chat up with too many clips.
As I mentioned before, this region is rich in memories of death, extinction.
Or sub only.
No surprise that BTs
I'm gonna have to think about it. Let's maybe have a chat about it in the mod channel in Discord and maybe try to figure that out.
Though I suppose
or a cooldown or something like that.
considering the many times you've come
Yeah.
face to face with the real McCoy.
Ooh. I'm gonna take these back to Hartman's lab really quick. Did you reply to the message about the module? I don't think I did, Ella. So how does one cope with isolation from people better? It's a very broad question, Chief. I will say that being isolated from people, it's important to understand that that's going to be distressing for a person, that most humans do not really enjoy being alone and being isolated. But that's also an opportunity to form a stronger relationship with oneself, where you can kind of take that as an opportunity to figure out if you like the person that you're hanging out with when there's nobody else to hang out with. So I do see it as an opportunity for that. But I think acknowledgement that it is difficult, having some compassionate for the reasons why a person might be by themselves at a given moment, is good. And then trying to maybe figure out how to get out of it if that's what a person so desires to do. Yeah, why don't we do that, Ella?
Delivering cargo.
Make a meme room? I have a meme room in the Discord, if that's what you're talking about, son. Alright.
Thank you for your continued support.
I also need to recycle that metal that I picked up. Well, actually, I can also do that and special alloys. There we go. Yeah, we have a meme room. There's two meme rooms. There's a normal meme room in the Discord, and then there's a motivational meme room in the Discord. Yeah, Puttog. See, that's kind of the thing, is like when wrong motto gets used, like wrong motto being used when, I don't know, I go back and forth on it because it was a cool moment, but it's a moment that a lot of people weren't around for. And when new people see it, it's sort of like the anti what the stream's all about, which I know is part of the point. But I do struggle with it, so we're going to have a conversation about it among the mods, and we'll figure it out. Yeah, so what you mean, like you overly check it, Monsupio?
Keeping on.
Just been cooked up and work like 0 customers for hours at a time. Oh man, I could see why that would be driving you crazy, Chief. That's hard. I think sometimes just acknowledging that it is hard is important. Sometimes there's this like sense of pressure that it needs to be better, or that you should feel fine. It started, Matt, the wrong motto, for those who don't know about it, the wrong motto happened back when I was playing Doom. I got raided at the exact moment that we were talking about the motto, and Wiley Style Kyle posted what is now the wrong motto, and he wrote that at the exact moment that I got raided. It was the worst, most hilarious timing ever. And so it came from that. But that was a long time ago. That was back when I was playing Doom, which was like in March or April. Have you heard of that guy, Healthy Gamer GG? Yes, I have heard of him, Lemon. And I've said this before on stream. It's okay that if you weren't here when I said it, but I prefer not to comment on his channel. And I kind of leave it at that. It was really hilarious when the wrong motto happened. Like, it really was.
You never give up, do you? Good.
Thank you for the 15 months, Victoria. What do you mean you pissed off your Discord? What did you do? I only check it 2 times a year. Oh. I remember that, like, there's like an old adage that when you don't want to look at your bank account is when you should look at your bank account. But Monsupio, do you... I forgive me if I don't remember if I ever asked you guys this, but I don't know if you see somebody, but like that may be something that's worth talking about if it's something that causes a considerable amount of distress to you, Monsupio, because it's important to know where we are financially at a given point in time. Oh, I got you, Victoria. I got you.
Good to have you back. Couldn't have made it this far without you.
Wow, we got BB back. Oh my god, I didn't realize I can feel the wall. Ooh. All right, I'm gonna complete this order and then. So I mean, I guess Monsupio, that's the thing is, I guess if that's the case for you and checking your account doesn't have to be distressing because of that fact, then maybe it's not too much of an issue. We're gonna just walk this way. I'm craving for a Chicago dog. Anthony, when's the next chance for you to get one? Lori, thank you very much for the bits. I appreciate that. You saying that actually makes me want one. I would not even consider cutting the umbilical cord. Super dog all the way. I like devil dogs. There's a devil dogs that just opened nearby where I live, and it's a fabulous hot dog place. Oh man, Chief, I'm sorry to hear that. I mean, that's not fun. It's not fun to experience physical manifestations of our like emotions. I do enjoy warmer winters in the South. Yeah, I wish I had warmer winters. I miss living in Las Vegas in part for that very reason. I'm super anxious when I have to check my balance or have to send money to someone. I'd rather use PayPal so I don't have to deal with my balance. Yeah, debt is stressful as all get out. And yeah, I mean, looking at finances is stressful for so many people for so many reasons. And it's just hard because it's one of those things where it's like it's better to know, but that doesn't make it any less emotional. Also, I am really regretting not making repair spray because I'm gonna need repair spray for this. Oh boy. I really hope I'm going the right way. Okay, I am going the right way at least. I actually rented a car for 4 hours during my layover, went to 2 super dogs. That's hilarious, goof off. Like, you rented a car just for the layover? I've never heard of somebody doing that, but I think that's hilarious. I will say I stress out about looking at finances too. Makes me sad how much money I have to dump into student loans every month. I'm so much in debt for my master's program, it's insane. Oh yeah, the wall's definitely here, Chico. Once I make this delivery, I'm gonna be done. Come on. Please be getting out of this. Yay. Good. All right. We're out of BT territory. Student loans are no joke. Every damn month. All right, just carrying the bomb through the snow. No big deal. Oh boy. So I gotta go around this bend to the left. This is not good. We're gonna drink a monster. Traveled a lot for work, so I'm like Platinum Elite in President's Circle at Enterprise and Hertz, so I got the car for free, but I'm also a foodie, and I'm tired of airport places. Hey, fair enough. By the way, my apologies for the wall. I can definitely feel it. Yeah, there we go, Skog. That's a good idea. Oh, man. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Hold your balance, Sam. Come on, buddy. Oh, no. The cases are getting damaged. What the hell is this? 50 meters. Come on, baby. We can make it. And then we're going to get some repair spray.
Hey, you're gonna love it.
Thank you for the follow, Sad. Appreciate it very much.
Scanning bridges ID. Fragile Express ID verified. Weapons detected.
All right, Mikachu. It's good to see your name. I always love seeing your name. All right, make delivery. There we go. Here's hoping that they're not damaged too badly.
Delivering cargo.
On your side monitor. Cool.
Sam Bridges. Oh, thank God for that.
3D may not get airtime, but I've done my warning.
Dying. Hey, I started to want.
You're welcome. All right, Bonnie. Take care. Boom. Expert courier. Hell yeah. All right, we're getting this on the chiral network. Nice to see it go down and learn about money. I was 55K in debt on unemployment, one work. Ended up paying it off completely over a couple of years and zero debt except my mortgage. So that's awesome, goof off. I'm envious. My student loans are a number that makes me sick to my stomach every time I see it. I'll always be in debt, and it stopped bothering me about 3 years ago. That's kind of how I've had to be, Fire. I've had to just acknowledge that for the next 15 years, 20% of my income is just gone. It sucks.
And just like study.
Okay. Oh my God.
Matter has existed on Earth since.
Blah, 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 blah. Don't care.